are going to discuss about a poem, a 12th class poem, My Mother at 66. The poem is by the writer Kamala Das, and it shows the morality and affection and losing someone, the fear of losing someone, and the relationship between daughter and her mother. So let's discuss about the poem. Okay. The poem says that driving from my parents' home to coaching last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me. Doors open out, her face ashes like that, off her corpse and realized with pain. In these lines, the poem wants to say that he is driving from her home to coaching, and her mother is sitting beside her, and she is just looking her mother like a corpse body. Corpse body is describing a dead body here. She is just looking her mother, and then she says that her mother is looking like a still and corpse body. Dose means here is a nap, and ashen means a pain. Nap. Her mother is right now beside her. Her mother is sleeping, and her face is looking like a dead body. Again, after that, she said that she was as old as looked, but that thought away and looked out. Young trees feeding the merry children's song. Okay, so the poet is thinking that her mother is looking like an old, and that she was as old as looked, but the thought away and looked out the young trees pitching, the merry children spilling. Okay, here the poet wants to say that her mother is now getting old, and she just don't want to discuss about it and just want to have another thought and looking out from the window of the car, and then she is just looking that the trees are moving and running and how the time is getting moved, and comparing to that, she is just learning that her mother is also getting older and older. Now, coming to again out of their homes, but after the airport security check, standing a few yards. Okay, so now the poet is now standing a few yards from her mother, and then he's just thinking about, because he's getting a physical separation now from her mother. There he's getting too much emotional, and he said that away I looked again the warm pale, and then he's just looking her mother with a warm pale without emotion and a face which is having no emotions. It's called warm pale. As a late winter moon. Here the poet is comparing her mother's face with a late winter moon, which stands for the old age, like the moon stands in the winters. And then it's about, and felt that old family age, my childhood fear, but all I said to see you, Amma, and I did was smile and smile. Okay, so now here she is discussing about that he is having a childhood fear of getting separate from her mother. Now he is facing that fear, and he is not able to say any word to her mother, and here he said only smile and said that I'll see you, Amma. In this poem, we will discuss about the poetic device. So the poetic devices are smiley. The smiley here represents the comparison which the poet used to compare her mother's face with the late winter moon, and the personification. Personification yearns for the quality of giving the human or non-human things, like young trees splitting. Here the trees are representing the life of humans. As the trees are moving, the life of humans are also moving, right? And the words repetition, as you all know, the words which repeats, like smile and smile and smile. This is all for the day. Thank you so much.